we've gotten through probably 16 or so practices, and our boys are working hard, and they've been very coachable, and they've had to retain a lot of information. But it's just been very gratifying coming here every day to Coleman Coliseum and working with our team and working with our coaching staff and all of the other support people that really wants to make Alabama basketball great. So we have another practice today at 3, and we're getting ready, for our exhibition season and the open of our season. We don't have a rotation. We don't have a starting lineup. That's kind of like the version of Coach Saban when you ask him a quarterback question, all right, before the season. So, but we're excited. I would say some of the guys that's been kind of standing out for us, Jimmy Taylor's he's been outstanding on both ends of the floor. He competes at a high level, and Jimmy's gotten better. In all facets of the game. So we're looking for him to have a much better year than averaging 5 points a game. We're going to lean on him a lot this year. So, yeah. So any questions?
Just raise your hand. We'll get a microphone over to you. Mark had one up front here.
I know you talked about wanting to speed up the offensive pace and things like that. How have you seen that transformation take hold through these practices? Yeah,
that transformation has been, tough in a lot of ways because they're playing faster, more consistently than they ever have. So obviously that brings into question, taking care of the ball, having the right, correct spacing on the floor, setting good legal screens, making on-time, on-target passes. So there are a lot of things that come into play when you're playing faster, and we're definitely not a finished product, but we have to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. Our turnovers has been a little high in practice, but that's as to be expected.
Coach, just a general question about recruiting. Obviously, when you were named the coach, the question was, can you recruit? But now that you've kind of proven that you can, has it gone better than you even anticipated?
Well, I don't know if we've proven anything yet. The official signing date hasn't arrived yet, and I think ultimately proving that you can recruit is not only getting kids to verbally commit, but get them to sign and get them on campus. And but we've been very competitive on the recruiting front. A lot of the high-powered schools that have recruited the type of players we're recruiting, we've been there with them side by side. When they show up at AAU tournaments, we're there. When they show up for home visits one night, we're there the next night. So fortunately, a lot of these kids that have one and done and two and done potential, fortunately, they're taking our phone calls, and we've been also fortunate to get them on campus, a lot of them, not all of them. And we think once we get them on campus, if we're able to retain a high percentage of those kids and get them to commit, then we think we're doing a great job. But there's no rest for the weary. This is a 24/7 gig, and my coaches work awfully hard, and we have a lot of ground to catch up. Make up rather, and it's not going to happen overnight.
Up here on the right to Michael.
With the tip-off thing tomorrow night, what can people expect, I guess, when they come out?
Well, one of the things I don't want people to expect is for me to ride in on a motorcycle, in some little general costume. Okay, that's not going to happen. All right. So maybe I'll challenge Coach Christie to a dance-off or something, and we'll play some of my old soul music or something. But yeah, I think what they can expect is to see the excitement surrounding our basketball program. Our men's and women teams, they've obviously been working hard, but they'll have a chance to watch them scrimmage a little bit. We're going to have some shooting contests between both teams. We're going to have a slam dunk contest. I already know who's going to win, by the way. We have some celebrity judges. Reggie Ragland. He's going to be there. We got some other surprises. We have one or two other surprises. And obviously, we're going to end the night with one of the hottest rap artists in the country that we think is going to be a nice treat for our students specifically that love rap music.
We'll go back up to Mark, and then we'll go to Cecil.
You mentioned Jimmy as a guy who's been standing out. What about your perimeter players? Any of the guards showing you some things so far?
Yeah, well, we're very young on the perimeter. Obviously we have Retton, who's been in the SEC for a while, and Arthur Edwards, who, is also a graduate and has 1 year left. But the rest of our guys are very, very, very young. And, guys like Dejon Ingram and Justin Coleman, they've been battling it out, especially at the point guard spot, and Brandon Austin and Raleigh Norris, and those guys are battling it out for other wing positions. So the competition has been fierce. But we understand with a lot of our guys, they're young, they're inexperienced. It shows in practice, and I know it's going to show a little bit in the game, but that's going to require that I'm patient, and hopefully they'll grow and develop and get better as the season goes on, and especially when they understand the pace of play on the college level.